What if the most boring sounding, simplest businesses were quietly making people more money than their 9 to 5 ever will? Not influencers, not flash, not crypto, just simple service related businesses that have real demand and they take under $500 to start. In fact, many of them you can start with $0. So I pulled the BLS data, real case studies, and verified news sources for every single one of these on this list. Plus, as a serial entrepreneur, I have a good amount of experience with many of these myself. And for each of these businesses, I'm gonna be giving you an example of a real person making real money, exact startup costs, and a score so you know which one fits you and your specific situation the best. And no best opportunity exists in a vacuum. Only the best one for you. So let's get into it right now. All right, business number one is going to be a professional organizer. And this sounds boring, but people are overwhelmed, their closets are in chaos, their garage hasn't been touched in 3 years, and they've tried everything to fix it themselves, and they failed. So now they'll pay someone to come do it. And that someone is you. So here's an example of someone making money from this. Vanessa Garcia was working 3 jobs just to avoid getting evicted. And then she started organizing people's closets on TaskRabbit as a side hustle. And because of this, she was able to quit her day job, and then she scaled it up, and now she's making $9,100 a month, with single jobs paying as much as $1,200. And CNBC verified that this happened. So what do? Well, you declutter and organize homes, closets, offices, storage spaces, and you charge hourly or by the project. No inventory and no overhead. Business cards for the first month will cost you $20 at most. You can go to card.co for this. A website might cost you $19 a year. There's about a million different options for how to create a website. And so the total here would be $39, which is less than a tank of gas. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one an 8.5 out of 10. The client pays for all the supplies, your overhead is nearly zero, and demand has exploded since Marie Kondo made it cool. Now, professional organizers typically charge about $30 to $80 per hour, with jobs ranging from a few hours to several days. You can organize a friend's home for free, then do before and after photos, post them, and that one post is your entire portfolio. That's your entire marketing strategy. So you just do one job for free or at a discount for a friend, and then you can just show that and get tons of other clients. Oh, and there's also tons of YouTube channels like Clean with B, Clutterbug, etc. that will actually show themselves cleaning different places up and sometimes organizing places as well, and they make money doing it. So some of these channels actually get paid to clean people's houses and organize the houses, and then they just record themselves doing it, and then they get paid more money by YouTube from doing that. So just as an example, this channel right here, Clean with B, makes $10,000 a month. And this channel, Clutterbug, makes over $5,000 a month. And that's just from the views they're getting from YouTube. They're probably making a ton of other money from affiliate marketing or sponsorships, etc. Or if they're selling their own products, they're making even more money than that. And so a lot of people can do these side hustles and they can just record themselves doing it, put it on YouTube, and make even more money. If you don't believe me, there's Drain Addict, who basically unclogs drains, and he's making $18,000 a month. And there's literally hundreds or even thousands of other examples of people doing this exact same thing. Now, by the way, if you do want to start a business that requires almost no capital, you can learn how to make your first few dollars with YouTube. And if that sounds interesting, join my live training this week. And in this live training, you get to ask me questions live on Zoom. Plus, I'll be giving away an AI that we worked thousands of hours on training to help you pick your niche, right? And people are getting their niche questions answered and picking their niches on this live training. So click the link in the description in the pinned comment below to check that out. And this will literally be a Zoom call where you can ask me questions directly. I'll be teaching you the most important secrets when it comes to growing and making money on YouTube. And I'll be giving away this special AI. So do not miss out on this. Make sure you also put it in your calendar right now as well so you don't forget. And I look forward to seeing you there. All right, business number 2 is lawn care. And every home in America has a lawn, but almost nobody wants to deal with it. And that gap is where your business lives. Now, here's an example of someone making money from this. Marcus, 24 years old, no degree, started a lawn care business in Washington, and now he's got 2 locations doing $125,000 a month. Now, Americans spend about $29.1 billion a year on lawn care. And so the first year potential is anywhere between $5,000 and $50,000. That's something realistic to shoot for. With that being said, these types of businesses have a very high success rate. And you could just mow and edge residential lawns on weekly recurring contracts, so there's predictable income that compounds as you add clients. Now, a used mower is about $150, a string trimmer is about $80, and fuel and supplies is around $50. Plus, maybe you'll put out some flyers or something like that. That would be about $30. So the total to start here is $310, and to be honest, most of those are actually optional. I mean, you can probably just borrow a lawnmower from one of your friends, and the other stuff is optional as well. So lawn care, classic business, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. And the reason for that is because it is seasonal. In colder states, if there's snow on the ground, you're probably not gonna be able to mow the lawn. And then equipment adds up, but recurring weekly clients are hard to beat. Now, the average lawn care company makes about $232,000 a year in annual revenue. And you can literally just go around and hang flyers in different neighborhoods, and you can just first mow at a discount, and then word of mouth takes over fast. And yes, there are lots of YouTube channels out there making money recording themselves doing this. So just as an example, SB Mowing is making $36,000 a month, and all they do is just record themselves mowing lawns and making very messy yards look a lot better. All right, quick break. This week, I'm doing a one-time only workshop where I talk about how to finally make money from YouTube.com in 2026. And you can check it out down in the description and the pinned comment below. At this workshop, I'm gonna be giving away the Niche Validator Pro completely free. This is a GPT powered by a piece of software that I've been working on for a long time now, and it's been trained on thousands of hours of my teaching, coaching sessions, and more, so you don't have to spend years to pick a profitable niche. You can do it in a matter of minutes. Heck, it's even possible to do it in seconds sometimes. And I'm gonna be giving this away at the workshop. So make sure you click the link in the description and then show up to the workshop. And the best way to do that is to make sure you add it to your calendar once you've signed up for it. So you basically just click add this to your calendar once you're on the thank you page after you've registered. And it'll show up as either Google, Apple, or Outlook calendar, whatever calendar you have. So you can make sure you won't miss the chance to grab the Niche Validator Pro completely free. And you'll also be able to ask me questions live. So I look forward to meeting you. Can't wait to see you there. I'm gonna be showing you this new opportunity. It's completely free, and it's amazing whether you basically want to use it to get a better job, use it to network, use it to make some passive income, start a side hustle, make a full-time income, or even start a full-on business. It works incredibly well with all of those, and it's completely free. So make sure you click the link in the description and then show up to the workshop. And now back to your regularly scheduled content. All right, business number 3 is going to be laundry pickup and delivery. And people hate doing laundry more than almost any other chore. And with dual income households at an all-time high, they will pay someone else to make it disappear. Now, here's an example of someone making money from this. Chana Patrick. She's a stay-at-home mom from Phoenix, Arizona, former Wendy's manager who left work after battling ovarian cancer, and she saw a hamper ad on Facebook in March of 2021. And then she started doing 18 to 25 loads of laundry a day from home. And by the end of 2021, roughly 9 months in, she had taken home $40,000. Now, here's what you do. You pick up dirty laundry, or you have them deliver it to you, and then you wash and dry it at home, then you fold it, and they either pick it up or you deliver it to them for an extra fee. And you do it all within 24 hours. And you can use platforms like Hamper, Poplin, or Laundry Care to find clients, or build your own subscriber base independently. Now let's talk about the startup costs. $20 for laundry bags, $30 for detergent, flyers might be $20, and the total here would be $70. And the washer and dryer you already own would be $0. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. I think it's a really easy one to start, but it has a pretty low ceiling. Like, you're probably not gonna make more than like $60,000 to $80,000 a year max. So laundry pros on Poplin can earn up to $6,000 a month. Active hamper washers usually make an average of about $500 per week. Most of them are not doing it full time. All right, next business is going to be house painting. Now, painting supplies cost under $500, and most residential jobs charge between $1,000 and $5,000. So the math works from the very first client. Now, here's an example of someone making money from this. Mike is a retail manager for 10 years, and he hit the ceiling, and he started a painting business, and he quit his job within 3 months. Now, 2 years later, he's made $1 million in revenue. So what do? You paint residential interiors and exteriors solo, and you build through Google reviews and referrals, and eventually you can hire a crew and step out of the work. Now, by the way, YouTube is owned by Google, and YouTube can be another great way to get clients. We're working with more and more local businesses to get clients. So if you want to start a local business or a local side hustle, you can get ahead of the curve by getting on YouTube. And again, live training, click the link in the description description in the pinned comment below. But yeah, you can eventually hire a crew and step out of the work. And when it comes to expenses, the brushes, rollers, clothes, etc. are about $80. Tape and supplies would be about $40. A used ladder might be $50. Flyers might be $30. And that's a total of around $200. Typically, the clients will supply the paint. So house painting, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one an 8 out of 10. I think it's a very classic job that a lot of people don't wanna do, and therefore you can make a ton of money from it. So yeah, the average painting company makes about $140,000 a year. Successful operators can make a lot more than that. So basically just knock on 20 doors in the neighborhood with older homes. One yes covers your entire startup cost. All right, business number 5 is pet sitting. Now, 70% of US households had at least one pet in 2022. Most of those owners will pay serious money for someone that they trust, and that trust is your entire business model. Now, here's an example of someone making money from this. Amy Wooldridge. She traveled the entire US in an RV, and she did pet sitting on Rover that pays for the whole lifestyle. $100 to $350 a week part-time. And someone she knows bought a house on the Rover income alone. And basically what you can do is watch pets at the owner's home or yours, overnight boarding, drop-ins, walks, etc. And you can build recurring clients through reviews. So the costs here, the Rover profile is free, background check might be $35, supplies might be $30 max, so total $65, and I'm stretching it there. It's probably not even that much. So pet sitting, I'm gonna give this one an 8.5 out of 10. I think this one is phenomenal. Easy one to start and easy one to actually scale, because you can actually start up businesses where you're making a ton of money doing this. With that being said, you can actually scale this, but the average pet sitting business makes about $34,000 a year, and a lot of people just do it as a side hustle and they're not even doing it full time. So yeah, to get started, create a Rover profile today, get discounted first booking for a 5-star review, one good review, and the bookings start coming in. So do it for free for one of your friends and get them to give you a good review. All right, business number 6 is a mobile notary or a loan signing agent. Now, over 1 billion notarizations happen every single year in the US alone. Every legal document, every real estate closing, every hospital patient signing before surgery, someone has to be in that room to see it. And most people have no idea that that someone can be you. Now, here's an example of someone making money from this. Roseanne from California. She was furloughed during COVID, 0 clients, 0 business cards, 0 experience, and she made $10,000 in a single month as a notary signing agent. And according to the article, she was on track for $100,000 that year. So basically what you do is you travel to clients and authenticate signatures, and you charge $75 to $200 per appointment. Typically they last 45 to 90 minutes max, so you do the math. So the cost here, application and exam is about $50, stamp and seal is about $20, a surety bond is $20, and maybe some cards is another $20. So that's around $110 max. So mobile notary, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's extremely solid, and it can be great for a side hustle while you're doing your normal stuff, or something you can potentially turn into a full-time business. And yes, there are full channels that talk about this on YouTube. So again, attend that live training by clicking the link in the description in the pinned comment below, if that's something you're interested in. All right, next is social media manager. So pull up any small business near you on Instagram right now. There's 3 posts from 2021, and there might be a blurry storefront photo. And that business owner knows that they need help, and they just don't have time, and they will pay someone to fix it for them. Now, here's an example of someone making money from this. Nyla is a top-rated social media manager on Upwork with a 100% job success score. And she started by managing other businesses' social medias. And in the video, she literally shows her bank account. And she's been clearing over $15,000 a month for the past 6 months running her business. So what do you want to do here? Manage Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or LinkedIn for small businesses, create content, schedule posts, and grow their audience. Plus, you can run multiple clients from one laptop. And the cost, Canva Pro first month, $15. Buffer free tier, $0. A laptop you own, $0. So total startup is probably about $15, assuming that you own a computer or a laptop. So yeah, really good. Takes skill to get good, but the demand from small businesses is absolutely through the roof right now. And of course, you don't have to just do Instagram. You can do YouTube, Facebook, any other social media platform as well. And social media marketing businesses average about $817,000 a year in annual revenue. And a single freelance operator can charge $2,000 to $5,000 per client per month and run multiple clients from one laptop. So to get started, DM 10 local businesses with neglected social medias, offer a free 2-week trial, and one yes gets you started. All right, business number 8 is dog walking. And 40% of dog owners don't regularly walk their own dogs. And there are 89 million pet dogs in America. That's an enormous amount of untouched demand sitting right in your neighborhood. Now, here's an example of someone making money from this. Ryan Stewart, Long Island City, New York, walks up to 6 dogs at a time. and it's 25 hours a week. And he makes over $100,000 a year doing this. And in his words, any Joe Schmo can make $50,000 on Rover. Work for yourself, walk 2 to 3 at once, you can make $100,000. If you're really good, you can make 200,000 plus. So yeah, walk dogs, build recurring clients through Rover or word of mouth, walk multiple at once as you scale, and you're good to go. So the cost here, Rover profile, free, leashes and bags, $30, cards, $20, total is $50. So dog walker, really like this one. I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8.5 out of 10. This is one of the easiest businesses on the list to start tomorrow, but also one of the hardest ones to scale beyond your own 2 legs. But it is possible to scale. So yeah, to get started, create a Rover profile today. You can do a discounted first walk for a 5-star review, or you can just get one of your friends and family members to give you a 5-star review after doing it. That works as well, and you're good to go. And yes, there are entire channels on YouTube that are all about dog walking. So click the link in the description in the pinned comment below if you want to figure out how to do that for yourself. All right, business number 9 is personal trainer. You don't need a gym, you don't need equipment, you need a certification, a plan, and one client willing to bet on you. And the BLS projects a 14% job growth in fitness training through 2033, which is much faster than average. So the demand is building whether you're ready or not. Now, here's an example of someone making money from this. Anjali Sachdeva was a 25-year-old corporate risk analyst who had a steady paycheck, stable career, and all of it. But she hated the work. So she got certified as a fitness instructor, started taking clients, and by the time she went full time, she was pulling in $6,000 to $7,000 a month training people, and told CNBC that she's happier and making more money than she ever did behind a desk. So you basically train one-on-one clients in her home, a park, or a rented gym space. And these are recurring weekly sessions and predictable weekly income. Now you can get an online certification such as ACE, NASM, or ISSA, depends on the state you live in. That's typically $400 to $500. And again, sometimes you don't actually have to do it. Cards here would be $20. So a total of $420 to $520. You can shop around, prices vary a lot. Now in some states you do need a certification and time to build a client base, but people will always pay for their health. So you can offer 3 sessions to someone in your network, friend, family, etc., get a testimonial, post it, and that's your whole launch. Now, business number 10 is a residential cleaning service. And most cleaning companies are booked out weeks in advance. And the demand isn't the problem. The problem is nobody wants to show up. And that is your opportunity. Now, here's an example of someone making money from this. Anna Marie Ortiz had $2,000, a mop, and no backup plan. And she called her business Cool Aunt Cleaners. And within a year, she was pulling 10 grand a month and her day job was a distant memory. So basically what you do here is you clean residential homes weekly or bi-weekly, and you bring your own supplies or you charge the clients for theirs. And that's recurring income every single week. So mop, vacuum, and clothes would be about $80. Cleaning products might be $40. Flyers, let's just say, is $30. So total $150. And honestly, you could probably borrow most of that stuff and it's all optional. So residential cleaning service, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a 9.5 out of 10. I really like these a lot. I think there's a lot of different types of residential cleaning services you can do as well. And there's just so much money here. So yeah, low startup, immediate demand, and it scales fast once you hire. And cleaning services can earn between $20,000 and $100,000 in annual profit for owner operators. So you can just post in your local Facebook group today, offer a discounted first clean for a review, and that's the entire launch strategy. And yes, there are a ton of channels that talk about cleaning on YouTube. And like I said before, guys, click the link in the description in the pinned comment below for a completely free live training that we are doing this week. You will be able to literally ask me questions, which usually people have to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars to ask, but you get it completely free, so do not miss out on it. Click that link in the description in the pinned comment below, and I look forward to seeing you there. And for the 0.1% of you out there that are like business owners or marketers or YouTubers that are absolutely crushing it and you want to crush it even harder, or people who just want to treat YouTube like a business, then go ahead and click down below the second link to sign up for a call, or if it's not down there, it'll be in the About section. These are the types of people that we work one-on-one with, and we've helped a ton of people grow their YouTube channels. In fact, we've helped our clients make over $100 million on YouTube. So if that sounds like a good fit for you, go ahead and click that link. And also check out this video right here of our client, Sean, who we helped go from $30,000 a month all the way up to over $500,000 a month.